What is up, guys? TwisterGA here, and today we've got another Dark Souls 3 playthrough. And here I am going to the straight right from the intro of the swamp place. And I am doing this because I'm going to pick up a sorcerer's scroll, which you need to complete the sorcerer's storyline. So let's keep on going. I won't edit this part out because you guys know exactly where it is, but it's in a little cave past these gecko things now. Most people dislike this area, and I am not surprised that people don't like this swamp area, because honestly it's a pain in the ass with everything that slows you down. That can be really annoying. Here's one of the scrolls, and we've got a couple of items in here. I'm also going to show you where the other scroll is in this area. Here's where the other scroll will be. Just follow exactly where I'm going. I did get lost a little bit, but as long as you keep follow where I'm going in the video, you should be able to find where this other scroll is. Here I'm just beating these things just to pick up what is left, but there's nothing really of value for me here, as this is my second playthrough, and there's nothing honestly here that's worth getting. Besides, if your first playthrough, get the great sword. There's an Estus shard in this area, and a couple of other minor weapons, but nothing too important. And a couple of rings, but the scrolls that I'm getting are the most important in my opinion. Anyway, like I was talking about, most people don't like this area. I'm not surprised. I am not a fan of this area either, because of the things that make you slow down, and the constant poison. I never get any resistance on my character, so I always have to deal with the poison really badly. Other reason people don't like this area is those beast things that jump up that are on 4 legs, and they sometimes jump up on you. Oh, here's where the sage's skull is too. Those beasts that jump up on you can be a real pain in the ass. It's hard to get in when they're jumping all over the place. And then there's these huge beasts which are always there when in the areas that slow you down. Your movement gets slowed down, or your mobility is made even harder to move. So they're really hard to kill. Now here, this guy wasn't too big of a problem though, because for some reason he jumped away from me, which gave me the opportunity to kill him. So the main point of this area, what you have to do is, I didn't realize it at first, but you have to turn off 3 lights basically. Stop 3 lights, and then the door to the boss area will open. And I was not aware of that, so I was running around this place picking up everything, and I was like, okay, now where the hell do I go? I know there was somehow I had to open the door, but I wasn't quite sure how. And these ghoul beasts will get them. I can't get a backstab on them, kind of hard. Plus the one with the shield are really a pain in the ass, as they rarely drop their shield. Luckily my weapon is strong enough just to go through it, but we're gonna go ahead and kill them right then. Now these mushrooms, if you ever played Dark Souls 1, they are reminiscent of the mushrooms in Sif's Wood. I forgot what the woods were called. The Forbidden Woods, there we go. And I think that's what this area is a reference to. This area is a reference to the Forbidden Woods, as we do have there are a couple of items here that are from the Forbidden Woods in the DLC Prepare to Die edition. If you remember, in that game we go back in time and we see to Oasis, and we meet Dusk in there, and that's basically just the forest or the woods, the Forbidden Woods in the past. And this area has part of that in here, so that basically almost confirms that this area is at least the Forbidden Woods, but obviously it's been taken over by these poison stuff, these monsters, everything like that. So that's what a little bit about the lore about this area. So after climbing the ladder, getting this bonfire, you see the Baron Wolf in there, and there is a hidden ash behind him that it's not very obvious how you get to it, but you actually go back here, you kill this. You can kill this crystal lizard or not, whichever one you want. We're gonna one-shot that guy, and he's gonna drop Twinkling Titanite. Yay! So here, no, not this one. It's this one right here. Hit that wall, boom, and we've got the Dream Chaser's ashes. Now let's go upstairs. Upstairs you meet with the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1. Now this guy isn't a boss, he's just a side boss, and you can actually break his legs if you cause enough damage to them, which is what I try to do in this video. Sadly, I do too much damage, so I ended up killing him instead of breaking his legs. Actually, his legs do break, but he ends up dying. I was like, less than what the hell. Yeah. Anyway, you can use this guy's soul to create a magic item, and I'm not sure. I think you can make a weapon too. But I used it for the Pyromancer to try to 100% the game. We are gonna go ahead and finish him up. This area you can actually come back to later once you've gone to another secret level. And if you come back here, you'll get all of Havel's armor, just so you know. You can keep coming back to this area, and there'll be some new stuff in here. I'm not sure why Havel's armor was here specifically, but just so you know. Upstairs, you see a dragon body and some other, I think, miracles. I already picked them up, so you guys don't see me pick them up. But he is a dragon, as they were all lightning miracles and a couple of lightning shields. So as you guys know, dragons were taken out by lightning, so that's how we can confirm that that is a dragon. So we've made it to the boss. I skipped the other boring scenes of turning off the fire, as those are really not exciting. You just find the fire, turn them off, and that's it. Now, not very exciting, not very fun to talk about, but the best part about this area is the boss, the Fairy Knights, or the Abyss Watchers. And here they are battling it out, and they're basically eternal, I guess. They die, they reborn, they revive, and they fight again. And I don't know, it seems like they've been taken over by the Abyss, it seems, or at least some of them have gone hollow. I mean, and here we got the Fairy Knight. This boss, when I first made the video, he was really hard. Right now he's not that bad anymore, now that I've learned how to parry. And I tried to make this boss fight a little bit harder for me, so I only used the claws on the first time. And you guys will see how that goes, as my claws aren't very strong. But I did want to put up a bit more of a challenge for me, as I know with my greatsword it would have been a little too easy. So I was like, okay, let's try to make a challenge. Let's try to only beat him with the claws. Now, I did make a video about this boss because I'm having trouble. But I basically memorized all his movesets, or yeah, all his movesets. But even with that, even knowing every single moveset, I don't do enough damage and I get impatient. So that's why this one doesn't go too well. But I do have a Yellow Finger Hazel that's supposed to be coming in, but I don't think he ever does. I don't know, he got stuck somewhere and he wasn't able to get out. Here I am doing only backstabs, that's how I do the most damage, but the damage isn't high. And then I also heard the other Abyss Watcher coming in, so I decided to dodge. And here we have it. This boss fight honestly was really hard to memorize the movesets the first time around, as they felt kind of random, but they're not actually. The way he grabs his sword and everything like that, the way he moves, makes it really obvious when he's going, what attack he's going to do. So it ended up not being too hard. Here I am trying to help out the Abyss Watcher that's probably gone hollow, and they're trying to kill him. So I was like, okay, I'll join in and I'll help him out. I think I try to take out the clone first, just to focus solely on the main guy. But I don't know, I think it would be better if I went for the main guy instead of just going for the clone, because this guy's about to die and I haven't even killed the clone yet. Here we got him, but I accidentally hit him too, so now he's angry at me. So now I've got two guys after me, but after he hits him once, his aggro has switched over to that guy, but now he's almost dead. He is dead actually. And now it's just me and him again, but as you can see, he is just not taking much damage. I do like these guys because of their movesets are awesome, as I've talked about. But just the way they look, everything about them really, even their second form is really cool. So I ended up, these ones were one of my most favorite boss fights in this game, as I do like knight boss fights with other knights, but in Dark Souls 2, they weren't really very good. They never felt like real knights. They felt, I don't know, they just didn't feel as cool. They didn't feel epic. And here I decided to switch because I was like, oh fuck it, the claw's too weak. But in this game, these knights do feel like you're fighting a knight, kind of reminiscent of the Artorias boss fight, which is what I think these guys are from. So I was like, oh yeah, finally a cool knight fight. I think the last good knight fight I had was in Dark Souls 2, the Fume Knight. That was the only good knight fight I had. I actually didn't fight the Japanese swordsman from Dark Souls 2, one of the DLC guys. I didn't get to fight him, but I did enjoy the Fume Knight, so I was happy to have another guy that I could try to memorize his movesets and try to dodge around, as after playing Bloodborne, I realized what a good boss fight was when it comes to like knights and things like that. Obviously in Bloodborne you don't fight a knight, but you find people that are very similar to you, and I feel like knight bosses in this game are characters that are very similar to you too. And in Bloodborne, other hunters were part of the best part about that game. The hunter bosses were amazing. So I was happy that they were able to kind of replicate that in here, making the knight characters who are like you amazing too. Now here, I decided to switch up my strategy and I decided to try to go only parry. I'm hoping that he attacks me, but for some reason he's not. And then for some reason this guy spawned really quickly. I don't know why. I only hit the main Abyss Watcher once, but he he decided he was gonna spawn. I guess they were supposed to spawn every 30 seconds, but he decided not to. So I guess he decided to spawn early. You can parry this boss fight in both what's it called? Both modes, and as you can see, the parrying takes almost all of your stamina, if not all of it. So you can only do one parry and one attack, and then wait for your stamina to refill. I'm trying to do with backstabs and parries only. As you can see, there is a bit of lag in here. It was part of the update. The Dark Souls update has made my game lag for some reason, and it's not the recording, it's actually my game. For some reason it lags more than it should. But here we've got him down to his second form. So now he's gone fire mode, and here I didn't even have enough time to react, as when we spawned, we were right next to him where he was, and I didn't have enough time to even heal up. I was trying to, but I didn't, so I ended up dying. So we are going in for the last fight, and this one I actually forgot to get the recording in at the start of the fight, so I only recorded the second half. As you can see, I used 7 flasks with only parrying, and I've already mastered the parrying down on this boss fight, so it's not going to be too hard. We are in the second mode, and I don't know how I forgot to record, but I remembered halfway through. I'm like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be recording this. And right there, I had him, but the stamina ran out. So that's a problem with the parrying on this boss, is you run out of stamina sometimes. I don't know if it's the gauntlet specifically, is that why I'm running out of stamina. But if you didn't know, the timing window with the gauntlets, it's as they hit you. So they're hitting you, and that's when you parry, which makes it a little bit risky to use the gauntlets, but it worked for me, at least on this boss fight. As you can see, I did parry already, I think 2 attacks, but I ended up getting hit right there. I don't know if you can parry that attack, I would doubt it, but we are getting a couple parries in here. Sometimes the stamina takes all my stamina, sometimes it doesn't. Weird. I don't know if it's because of, I don't know what the reason behind that, but a double parry, we finish him off. And that's about it for the Fair and Keep area. Hopefully you guys liked this, and I will be moving on to the next area. Thanks. See you guys next time. Bye.